La lumière danse dans ses yeux, elle cache un secret envieux. Chaque matin, un nouveau mystère. Mademoiselle vit sans frontières. Des rues murmurent des contes d'ombre. Elle marche comme un rêve sombre. Tous les jours, un chapitre écrit. Des légendes que le jour nie. Mademoiselle raconte ta saga. Les histoires que personne ne voit. Dans la nuit, tu dévoileras les secrets cachés sous ta soie. Un sourire garde des énigmes, des mots doux aux limites abîmes. Elle joue avec le quotidien, transformant tout en destin. Les reflets cachent des vérités que personne ne peut interpréter. Dans son regard mystifié, un monde entier à déchiffrer. Mademoiselle raconte ta saga, les histoires que personne ne voit. Dans la nuit, tu dévoileras les secrets cachés sous ta soie.
Sorry, y'all. Come on in, come on in. We are live on the tube. Let's chat and gab. Forgot to unmute myself. Remember, this channel is for commentary and entertainment only. Welcome to the Saga Reveal. I'm your host, Madem-Oiselle. Please share, like, and subscribe with others as well. Let's get on with this. So the fifth day of the trial, Cassie to Agent to Dawn. So Judge Subramanian, the government said that the defense's cross-examination can go until 4:30. Today, until they'll limit themselves to 30 minutes of a redirect. Comb lawyers Anna Maria Estabagos. We have evidentiary issue. Judges, tell me about them. Should have been in writing. Of course. Combs Estival, we don't understand why they are taking time objecting to our exhibits. Really, girl? Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, Ms. Johnson, they are proposing to use a video of Mr. Combs walking in nature. Talking about God, it's improper, invited jury, nullification, judge. Let's hear it. Combs, speaking about God, Combs Esteval. This is about him being in rehab, which Miss Ventura didn't remember. Of course, he had to record it, so he has his own evidence. So we want to refresh her recollection with this. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes. It comes to be played for her in front of the jury. It cannot be played in front of her. Cannot be played in front of her. For her in front of the jury. Combs Esteval. We have headphones. Judge, our jury is ready. Any more issues? Combs Esteval. If the R is after the charged conduct, it shouldn't have come in. It's a huge issue for us, she says. I guess she's not done complaining and didn't submit it earlier. Judge, it's not a huge issue. You didn't raise it at the time. Combs Esteval. We thought we could cross it, Judge. All rise. You are still under oath, Miss Ventura, he said. Combs Esteval says, you believe Mr. Combs was blacked out for the intercontinental event? Ventura, I believe he was intoxicated. Everyone's definition is different. Esteval, but you said black out. Combs Esteval, what did you write here? Ventura, I wrote, when you get fucked up the wrong way, blah, blah, blah. Esteval, you meant the rug. Ventura, and alcohol. Esteval, here, Mr. Combs, write to you, I am so horny for you. Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson, this is not in evidence. Combs Esteval, here Mr. Combs is asking you for S soon after the Intercontinental, right? Ventura, I was saying how he felt, probably. Esteval, what did you write back? I wrote, we need a different vibe than Friday at the Intercontinental. Combs Esteval wrote, F Friday, I don't even want to do that again. What did you write? I wrote LOL. True. Esteval goes, Mr. Combs suspected you're of having an affair with someone else in the industry. What happened when he took your phone? Ventura says, we were in a car and he told me to call my mother. When I did, he grabbed my phone and took it. Combs Esteval, it was a big fight, Ventura. It was just gone. Esteval, for how long? Ventura said, for hours until my mother called the police. A few hours until my mother called the police. Combs Esteval, did Mr. Combs go through your phone? Ventura, I think so. He called someone on it. Esteval, the person you had an affair with? An NFL player? Ventura, I don't know if he's playing anymore. Esteval, but he was an NFL player and he was jealous. Combs Esteval, wasn't there a time he found out that you were dancing with another person in the entertainment industry and took your phone, right? Oh boy. These judges are not the greatest. These lawyers, I don't know. I don't like the line of question they're using, but Ventura goes, I don't remember. Esteval, it was Chris Brown. Ventura, I was not dancing with him. Esteval, Combs says, look at this. It's from 2013. Ventura goes, oh, now I see. Esteval, what else did Mr. Combs take? Ventura, my car. Oh, my passport. When he was angry, he took her passport and her car. Oh, he took everything. Oh, no wonder. Esteval, let's refresh you about Mr. Combs being in rehab. Ventura, I vaguely remember. Combs, Esteval, why did you get to Sedona? Ventura, I went to Arizona to get away from the drugs. Esteval goes, I'm going to go to a new topic. Mr. Combs told you to get the video you heard about. What did you write, Ventura? I wrote, you keep putting me down. Mr. Combs, Esteval goes, I'm going to play you some audio. Ventura is saying, if you saw a video of someone F with me, who was F with me, you have it? Why didn't you show me? Because I'm not disrespectful, bro. Ventura, if you don't show me, I will K you, cup you up. Still the audio played for the jury. Ventura, I will F in killing you. I never K'd anyone in my life. I'm going to F you. It's not going to be blood on my hands. Someone else is going to do it. It's not playing with you, I'm not playing with you, Sujit. Tell me. Combs, Esteval, that was you, right? Ventura said yes. Esteval, did Mr. Combs express concern about these videos released? Ventura goes, when? Esteval, ever? Ventura goes, yes. Esteval, the escort Jonathan, you thought he took a video? Ventura said yes. Oh, that guy did take a video and he gave it to the prosecution. Combs, Esteval, Mr. Combs spent a lot of money on making sure the video did not get released. Ventura, I don't know. He did. Esteval, you had a conversation with Jonathan Audie. And that was transcribed. Ventura, I'm not sure. There's the Jonathan Audie conversation. You had a conversation with Jonathan Audie that was transcribed. I'm not sure. He was volatile, Esteval said. Ventura, I didn't trust him. Combs, Esteval, what did Mr. Combs say when you told him that you thought Mr. Audie was recording? Ventura, he said he'd take care of it. Esteval, are you aware an escort leaving comments on Mr. Combs' Instagram's page of it? Oh, Ventura's like, no, I'm not aware of an escort leaving comments on his Instagram page. Combs is Esteval. Now let's talk about rehab. Do you still use this thing, Suboxone? I guess. Ventura, sometimes something like it. Esteval, what was it? Treat. Ventura, what does it treat? They ask her. Opioid addiction. Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson goes, objection. The judge overruled it. Esteval, you wrote a book in rehab. The place treats as compulsion. Assistant U.S. Attorney, objection. Judge, sidebar. They're back. Combs, Esteval, did you get neurofeedback therapy? Ventura, yes. Neurofeedback therapy. Wow. Esteval, what is it, Ventura? They hook something up into your head and show you things, see how you react. Esteval, were you told the effect of it? Ventura, help me with my trauma. Hmm. Combs, Esteval, did you participate in EMDR? Ventura said yes. Esteval, what does it do? Ventura is like it's a memories and processing them. Esteval, the idea is you recall prior trauma memories, like for PTSD, you were being treated for PTSD. Ventura said yes. Fuck. That is sad. Ventura, I was still physically developing. Combs, Esteval, you were 22. Ventura, women keep developing after 22. Don't you think? Esteval, but you're not suggesting that you are still physically developing after 22. Ventura said, I'm not. Combs, Esteval, this message is about having a F-off with K. Amina, right? Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson goes, may I confer with counsel? Judge, no, but we'll take a break. The jury leaves. More coming. With the jury out, judge witness list by Sunday 5 p.m. But will this and other filing, which are clearly judicial document, be in the docket, judge? As for these long text messages, use binders so we can save some time. Judge, now a real break. They're back. Combs, Esteval, Mr. Combs wrote, you are so predictable. You said you were going to tell him you didn't want to do F-outs anymore, but you didn't say it, did you, Ventura? I did not, Esteval. Here you were suggesting F-outs with a girl. So Combs, Esteval says, you said you found a photo of Mr. Combs with Gina while you were staying with your parents in Connecticut, right? Ventura said yes. You decided to break with him. He didn't treat you, but suggested couple counseling. He didn't threaten you, but suggested couple counseling. Ventura goes, IDK, I think, or something like that. Combs, in August 2018, you called it a closure conversation. Mr. Combs was inviting you to a Burning Man, right? To Burning Man, right? Ventura said yes. Esteval, I'll read, Mr. Combs, and you have anger. Ventura, my family knows I am not running around telling our business. Ventura, I wrote, I didn't need you to be taking take of Kim and Gina. I need you to put me first. Combs, Esteval, please read these. Ventura, I wrote, you lied to me. She never went away. It was the nail in the coffin. Esteval, you meant Gina, the photo? Yes. Combs, Esteval, in your civil lawsuit, you said, Mr. Combs, are due in September 2018 after you had dinner at the Italian restaurant in Malibu, right, Ventura? Yes. Did you meet with the U.S. on November 30th, 2023, Ventura? Yes, not the exact date. Combs, Esteval, in this meeting, you said the R took place after Combs returned from Burning Man. He was burning. You said he was acting strangely at the dinner. Ventura, I don't remember exactly that word. Ventura, did you meet with the U.S. Attorney on April 8, 2025? Around then, Combs Estevao this message to FB. Who's that? Ventura Frank Black, a name he used. Estevao. He wrote, investor I'm in an investors conference. We'll get back to this. You still have love for me, Ventura. I have love for the past and what it was. After yet another sidebar, Combs Estevao, you wrote, I didn't mean to be a B. I just didn't get the time. I just don't get the time. He writes, just need you to be positive, correct? Ventura, yes. Estevao, DX 1309. This is about a yoga instructor. Ventura, yep. Combs Estevao, what did you write? Ventura, I wrote, I've stopped even caring. Telling you, for me, it's like everything she's answering them, all the questions they're asking, it's like as if they're setting their own trap and admitting too much and putting him on the spot. But whatever. Estevao, did you care, Ventura? Yeah. Estevao, so he said, you could date others. Let's just talk about it, correct? Yes. Combs Estevao, like as if she needs his permission and to talk about it. So yeah, Combs' lawyer, what did you write? Ventura, I wrote, I do love you. I would just prefer not being one of your girlfriends. Let's get up tomorrow night. I'll do studio from 6 to 9. Estevao. He writes, can I hold you or are you just going to break up with me? Combs Estevao, and you write back, we can embrace. LOL, and you wanted to hug him, right? Ventura, that's what I said. Estevao, did you have intercourse with Combs that night? I did, and during that, your now husband FaceTimed you? Yes. Combs Estevao, your now husband didn't know you were with Combs at the time. Ventura, I don't know what he knew. Estevao, later he discovered it. Objection. Judge overruled it. Estevao, you don't know your husband. You don't, your, yeah. Okay, so you don't know your husband knew you were raped. Ventura said, no, not that evening. Estevao goes, after Miss Porter's memorial service, you wrote to him that you were going home. Why had he called Kim his soulmate? What was the 11 years all about? Ventura, yes. Estevao, that was hurtful. Ventura, at the time. Combs Estevao, after that memorial service, you never saw Mr. Combs again, right? I did not. Estevao, he let you go, right? He let her go. See how they say it? I don't know. He let you go, right? At that time, for the first time. Oh my God, these lawyers. Ventura, I never saw him again. I don't know about letting me go. Estevao goes, you got married to the love of your life, right? Judge break. Live back. So judge, let's get this done before the jury returns. Combs Estevao. We still think it's appropriate for this message to come in. Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson says we still have issues with phrases like, I'd like to reconnect. Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson's, what state of mind is this being offered for? Judge, there are portions that are properly admissible, so This needs to be redacted. If it is going to be admitted into evidence, for example, in the fifth paragraph, I've been getting my life together. No. All right. Mr. Combs Esteval, we can get that in through other exhibition, Judge. You can redact it right now. Esteval goes, we'll do it right now. Also, Combs, teeny Gregos on exhibits and redaction. Combs Esteval, I want to say we are going to finish with cross faster than he thought. Probably before the next break. Combs Agnifilo, may I ask with the government for 1 minute? May I speak with the government for 1 minute? Judge, bring the jury. Jury enters. I don't know if you let him, but it's hilarious. Jury's entering. Combs Esteval, Mrs. Ventura, we're almost done here. Ventura, thank you. Esteval, I will read Mr. Combs' messages. You're going to make a beautiful mother. God bless. Ventura, I said thank you. God bless. Ventura, I wrote we should take and have closure. Combs Esteval, Mr. Combs sent back a tear face emoji. He said, you're always my ride or die. La la. This guy in his script there. Oh my God. Too much TV. Forgot to live. Living on scripts. Ventura, I thought it was nice. Esteval goes, you've been craving that? Oh boy. This Anna Esteval. Oh boy. Terrible. I would be like, no, you stop. Ventura, before, I don't think I was craving. Now, Combs, Esteval, you shaped you over 11 years. Silence. Esteval, you shaped each other. Ventura, yes. Esteval, your husband is a physical trainer. Ventura said, yes. Esteval, the house you grew up in Connecticut was relatively modest compared to mansions. Ventura says, yes. Combs Esteval, you were preparing to tour with a Matt Testa. Ventura, yes, he's an engineer. Esteval, once you settled your lawsuit, you canceled the tour, right? Yes, because Esteval says, yes, because you no longer needed the money, Ventura. That wasn't the reason. Combs Esteval, after the hotel video came out, you posted on Instagram that domestic violence is the issue, right? Ventura, yes, I still feel that way. Ventura, DX1015. And Mr. Combs wrote, want to F off one last time. What did you write? Oh my God. Ventura wrote, I don't want it to be the last time. I wanted F offs for the first time. Oh, I want F offs for the first time. Esteval, no further question. Judge, redirect. Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson is like, Miss Ventura, you were shown these messages where you ended. I don't want to F off for the last time. I wanted it to be the first time for the rest of our lives. What did you say after that? Ventura says, yes, I'm horny. Just got over a UTI. Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson says, oh my God, you were shown messages today in which you and Sean were kind and loving. Ventura said, yes. Assistant U.S. Attorney, did those periods ever last? Combs Esteval says objection when judge is like overruled. Ventura said no, it never lasted. It didn't last. That was a job. They're a downswing. Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson says, "What world did Sean open up to you?" Ventura said, "A world of chaos." Hey, thank you. Finally. Assistant U.S. Attorney, in 11 years relationship, what did you want to have sex? Who did you want to have sex with? Ventura said, "Only him at that time." Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, "When Sean wrote seduce me all day, what did you do?" Ventura said, "Write about F-offs." Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson, were you all able to cancel work obligation for F-offs? Ventura said, "Yes, if I was told to." Ooh. Assistant U.S. Attorney, when you were shooting the movie in South Africa and you blocked him, how did he contact you? Ventura said, "Through Maya, his assistant, I think." Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson said, "He said he didn't remember hurting you." Did you believe him? Ventura, "Not always, because I knew him. There were times he was pretty aware of what he was doing. It's just who he was. He didn't seem to be violent with other people." Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson, on the other way, on the way back from the cans, what did Sean do, Ventura? He played a video of me having S with an escort. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, what he said he'd do, Ventura? He'd release it. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, okay. When you got to NY, what did Sean ask for? Ventura goes, F off. Or he'd release it. So that was under coercion. Oh boy. Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson, when Sean wrote, "You were ready for tonight." You ready for tonight? What did he mean? Ventura said, F-offs. Assistant U.S. Attorney, what were you afraid he would do if you did not do the F-offs? Assistant U.S. Attorney, oh no, Estevao. No, Estevao says objection and judge overrules it. Ventura, I don't know that week. Judge, next question. Assistant U.S. Attorney, do you have any doubt that Sean argued? Combs Estevao, objection. Judge overruled. Ventura, I have no doubt. Assistant U.S. Attorney, after Sean argued on August 18, did you later have consensual S with Sean, during which your now husband FaceTimed you? Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson, why did you cancel the tour? Hold on. She said yes. Why did you cancel the tour? They asked her. Ventura, after I filed my civil suit, I was overwhelmed. Addressing the past the way that I choose to was overwhelming. I didn't want to go. Assistant U.S. Attorney, do you plan to file more lawsuits? Ventura said no. Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson, would you give the $20 million back if you hadn't had to do F-offs? Combs Estevao lawyer Anna, objection. Judge is like overruled. Ventura said, I would give it back to get my agency back. Oh, poor girl. Assistant U.S. Attorney, did he beat you during that free off? Ventura said yes. She starts to cry. Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson, were you open to F-off at the beginning? Ventura, at the beginning. Assistant U.S. Attorney, did you tell him when you no longer wanted to do them? Yes, more than once. Assistant U.S. Attorney, what concerns did you have about saying no to F off? Safety, career, and love. Ooh, what an answer there. Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson, no further question. Judge, Miss Esteval. Combs Esteval, you knew Mr. Combs' preferences was the F off, right? Ventura, I learned. Esteval, it was part of being his girlfriend. Ooh, yeah. Esteval, you keep your old devices, yes. You kept your old devices, yes. Combs Esteval and F-off videos in this case, they were they were on all of those devices you kept from 2012 to 2014. Ventura, I don't know what year. Esteval, you were able to stand at his side at the Met Gala being his girlfriend, like as if that was what she was able to get. You, gave you access to producers. Yes. Esteval goes, beyond Kid Cudi, what other musician were you put in the studio with? Huh? Were you put in the studio with Nicki Minaj? Yes. No, this is the first and so far only reference to Nicki Minaj in this trial. See. Combs Esteval, you were put in the studio with Lil Wayne. Ventura says yes. Esteval continues, and with Rick Ross, oh boy, Push Adati, and whatever, any names? Am I forgetting, Ventura? You got a lot of names. Esteval, you are self-conscious about your musical talent, Ventura. I wouldn't say that. Combs Esteval, you had a bad performance in 106 in Park. Ventura, don't worry. Nobody watches it. Nobody watched it much, anyways. Ventura, early in my career, Esteval, you did music videos? Were they successful, Judge? May we have a brief sidebar? Get in here, you. Sidebars is done. Combs Esteval, D-Rock was like a member of our family. Ventura, yes, like a brother. Esteval, the assistant Maya, you also had a relationship with. Ventura, yes, Esteval. Okay, here you begin with an explicit message and respond with one you are actively texting. Combs Esteval, you stated that you were feeling overwhelmed after filing your civil lawsuit, right? Ventura, yes. That was all those energy gone in the ether. Good girl. Esteval, you recently received a settlement from Intercontinental. No, you had a demand. Ventura said, yes, 10 million, which is very different. Maybe, she said. Judge, anything further? Assistant U.S. Attorney, I just have one question. Judge, I was asking Judge, I was asking Mrs. Esteval, can you wrap it up in 2 minutes? So Combs Esteval, this is the last thing I'll ask you to read, Miss Ventura. Ventura, thank you. We need closure and understanding. Assistant U.S. Attorney Johnson, why did you keep your devices, Ventura? I was afraid of what was on them. I would take them to the Apple store. I wouldn't take them to the Apple store. Combs Esteval, one question. You just reached 10 million settlement with Intercontinental last week before trial. Objection. Holy Astor. Overruled. Yes, Judge. Break. We are done with that. So now, during the break, Combs Ignifilo object to the testimony of a witness after special agent. Object to the witness, to the testimony of the witness after the special agent. So, Don Richard, Judge, why is this coming up at 3:30 going forward? You just address things before the court. So why are submissions not in the docket? Judge entering. Assistant U.S. Attorney, Madison's Miser. Good afternoon. Where do you work? Special Agent Yasin Binda, HSI in the Human Trafficking Group. I'm in the Crisis Negotiation Group 2. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, did you serve subpoena in this case? Agent Binda, yes. Assistant U.S. Attorney's Miser, when Sean Combs arrested, where did you go? Agent Binda said the Park Hyatt room 2115, where he was staying. Photo of the entrance shown to the jury. Assistant U.S. Attorney asked, what did you do, Agent Binda? We assigned a letter to each room and began to search. Assistant U.S. Attorney Smizer, what was your role? Agent Biden, I took photographs of items, then signed them on 6051 form. Assistant U.S. Attorney, was this form in the closet? Photo shown plastic bag full of that JJ baby oil, Glide something, bottles. Assistant U.S. Attorney Smizer, what was found in the bathroom? Agent, several bottles of baby oil. Assistant U.S. Attorney, now the bedroom was found in the LV bag, Louis Vuitton bag. Agent Binda, medication in the name of Frank Black. Assistant U.S. Attorney Smizer, and this is Agent Binda, bag of pink powder found in the medication bottle. Stipulation shown agreeing it was found and tested by Custom and Border Patrol Lab. Sorry, guys. Assistant U.S. Attorney, reading from steps, the pink powder was found to be some K and MDA. I'm going to let you guys read it in bottles. Physical evidence is passed around the jury, then photo shown. Assistant U.S. Attorney Smizer, what was found in the black mini pack bag? Agent Binda, $9,000 for a F off, probably. Assistant U.S. Attorney, please take the cash out of the bag. Agent Binda, does fanning out of the bills. Assistant U.S. Attorney Smizer, no further question. Judge, any cross? Combs Tenny goes. In the room, did you see any bags and clothing indicating that woman was staying with him there? Agent Binda, yes. The U.S. Judge, the U.S. may call its next witness. Assistant U.S. Attorney, the government calls Don Richard. Haha. So, Assistant U.S. Attorney, where are you from, Don Richard? New Orleans, Louisiana. Assistant U.S. Attorney, from 2004 till about 2011. Who did you work for, Don Richard? Puff, Sean Combs. Assistant U.S. Attorney, did you see him? Yes. Assistant U.S. Attorney, who is depicted in this photo? Don Richards, Cassie. Assistant U.S. Attorney, in 2009, did you observe an incident between Puffy and Casey? Don Richard, she was attacked by Sean Combs, kicked. Assistant U.S. Attorney goes, did you see more violence by him against Cassie Richard often? Photo of Diddy dirty money shown. Assistant U.S. Attorney, when were you a member of this group? Don Richards, Dirty Money. What a name, buddy. You're Dirty Money. Everything, every title is following you. Vanity, Danity, Kane. Vanity, Kane. You ain't no Kane. Anyways, Don Richard, 2009 to 2011, Assistant U.S. Attorney. The incident in 2009, when Sean Combs beat Cassie. Where was it, Don Richard? In Sean Combs' Ellie house. We were recording. Assistant U.S. Attorney, what did he do? Don Richard says he was saying, where the F is my food? He grabbed a black skillet with eggs and fry and tried to hit her over the head. Cassie dropped to the ground. Assistant U.S. Attorney, what did she do, Don Richard? She went into a fetal position. Assistant U.S. Attorney, then what? Don Richard said, ooh. Sean was kicking her in the head and the body, then dragged her up to the first floor, glass breaking and yelling. I was scared for her and for me too. Assistant U.S. Attorney, did you intervene? Don said no. Assistant U.S. Attorney, did you call the police? She said no. That's one of his employees. Yeah, you know what? Actually, Don Richard was also probably subpoenaed. Like, she had to be there because she's an employee and she could be complicit of crimes. But she also has her own, so that's why she was able to cooperate. So Don Richard says, Assistant U.S. Attorney, the next day, what happened, Don Richard? That is, it has been passionate and she was okay. That it would be better if we didn't talk about it, that people could end up missing. Assistant U.S. Attorney, how did you understand that? Don Richard, death. Combs, Agnifilo goes. Objection, sidebar. Back from the sidebar. Judge, jurors, you can leave for the weekend. Watch the Yankees, he told them. They're playing the Mets or the Knicks. If you're not into sports, there's a lot going on. So see you Monday, jurors. And he tells Mrs. Richard, you can leave. Judge, about this line of testimony, Assistant U.S. Attorney Comey, this shows consciousness of guilt for count one. Ooh, and relevant to count one, Aglefino says, it is not S trafficking, it's domestic violence. Ooh, they're trying. Judge, why didn't you bring a motion in limine on this, Agnifilo? I didn't know. Oh boy. Combs, Agnifilo, we cannot sit here and say Ms. Ventura did anything because of this event, because she didn't talk about it, this one. So this is rank speculation. Judge, but she was there. Agnifilo, she doesn't know the effect on Cassie Ventura. Judge, who are the next witnesses? A U.S. Attorney goes, Carrie Morgan, David James. Judge, so that's it. I will have a word in the robbing room with Miss Comey and Mr. Agnifilo. I didn't need court reporter. I don't need court reporter. And that might be a problem. Oof. So Diddy is the jury that I want to be on as the UN junket dwindle. I'd lie on what I do. If you haven't heard of Dushanbe, how can you exclude me? I'm the president of my condo board, and if I cash out on this trial, I'll cite immunity. There is no due process in the UN, so why shouldn't you be on this jury. More to come. Inner City Press. Thank you, bro. You're just finished. Week 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order the week 2 trial. And we'll go from there. And let me go find something here. Let me see if we can find that. 10 days ago. Do we have it here? Let's see. He had an interview not long ago. Is it News Nation? Yeah, I think it was News Nation.
So in May of 2018, a man named Jonathan Odie opened fire at Donald Trump's Miami golf course and was shot and arrested by police. Odie said that he was in the middle of a bipolar episode. That's where it gets interesting. Later, while being questioned by Florida authorities, Odie brought up something totally unexpected. He claimed that he'd been a sex slave for Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie Ventura. This video is courtesy of Real World Media. Take a look.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate, tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard lots of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave.
So at the time, Odie's story seemed too far-fetched to believe, but not anymore. And now, in an exclusive interview, Odie opens up to News Nation senior producer Allison Weiner about his claims, beginning with why he's agreed to talk now. Listen to this.
Yeah.
Because I got along well with her, and I think she's a decent person. And unfortunately, I had a suspicion that she was in a situation that she was in, but I wasn't sure. And now I understand what was going on in my life and what was happening. And him beating her up in the hotel shows me the type of individual he is, and confirms that everything that happened to me was true and correct and in line with his personality.
So he's speaking to us from a Miami jail now. Here is how Odie says it all began for him.
I was a male Chippendale, a model Chippendale, you could say. And they called me for a show they called the agency that I work for to do a show. And then I went and did a show, and things led to them offering me more money.
Wow. Yep. This is Jonathan Odie.
That's it. That's how I basically got started. I get dressed like a police officer, I do a show, I do a strip down, and then, they offer me some more money. They offer me some more money to do some extra stuff.
So Odie did get specific about the extra stuff that he says Diddy wanted from him, and these specifics were consistent with what he told law enforcement during the 2014 interrogation. Here is how he describes the atmosphere and how frequently it happened.
Candles, sensual atmosphere, lights off. He would sit in a corner in a sofa, watch and masturbate, and he'd say, he'd tell her instructions what to do to me. Perform oral sex, rub baby oil, then he'd tell me rub baby on her, perform oral sex, and then have sex.
How many times did you have sex with Cassie?
Probably like 15 sessions.
And what did you get paid? How much?
It would be like 800 each time. Each app. But sometimes they'll call me twice. I'll leave, and then 3 hours later, they will call me, come back.
And so Odie claimed that the sessions were drug fueled, and that his concern for both Cassie and himself led him to get one of their sessions on video. Listen to what he says about that.
Or why did you decide to record or video?
Because after she passed out, I decided to record that. So in the event anything worse happened, like if she died, or anybody died, it will be on camera, it will be on video, what happened. So I wouldn't be responsible for any of that.
So you were beginning to worry about her doing drugs. I mean, like about her dying or him dying or somebody dying from the drugs, and that you would be held responsible. So you brought a video. You brought your phone?
Nope.
No, I had a USB video memory stick done like spy shot, and I put it in the water on the table, in the living room table of the hotel I was staying at. I just filmed it, and had everything described, and it had her threatening me, but he was telling her what to say. We had an argument. When I left, I knew they were paranoid. So I wanted to guarantee my safety.
Yep,
So
smart guy.
I just said, hey, if anything happens to me, I got evidence that I'm being with you. At the settlement table, there was a lot of irregularities. Okay. It was my first settlement. So they brought me in, and Diddy had a T-shirt with two ski masks pointing, making gun signs, okay? And it was black and white, and it had a red frame, okay? But that's the way he operates. He communicates, threatening you, like saying, I'm going to have you killed.
Now that I use Monday
Thank
service,
you.
AI makes solving tickets my form of meditation.
Let's finish
So Odie
this.
says to prevent the recording from going public, that's what he was just talking about. Diddy had him sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, in exchange for $5 million in hush money.
And then
This was in 2014. The Daily Mail ran a screenshot of what appears to be a signature page signed by Sean Combs and Odie. We have not been able to obtain the document or verify its contents or authenticity, nor
the
have we been
government
able
has
to
this.
verify the existence of the video that you heard me talking about. Now, according to Daily Mail's report, the timing coincided with a spending spree by Odie of Florida real estate, and it also coincided with Odie's divorce. His ex-wife tells the Daily Mail that she found out.
Here we are done, guys. Let me just see. I'm going to get the week 2 and start that one. But what can I say? Let's close the evening by saying, sadly, it's the end of the Tell-All Tuesday. And next week, I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. I'll try to make it here. Or maybe we should start on Monday. Yeah, let's start it on Monday next week. Yeah, we'll cover the week number 2. So, same tube time, same tube channel. Thank you, your host, Madem-Oiselle.